Hi there, I hope you all are doing very well today. I wanted to do a get ready with me and try some brand new products. So we're going to try the new e.l.f. This is the color corrector for under your eyes. Also, e.l.f. now has a liquid putty primer. So we're going to try that. And I have the new Haus Labs blush shade. This is lavender blonde. This is my first Haus Labs blush, and this color really grabbed my attention. Finally, no, I have two more. Actually, I have a brand new Danessa Myricks liquid shadow, and I believe this is in the shade Blossom. Lastly, I wanted to try a Sephora lip gloss. This is an iridescent holographic lip gloss in the shade Wild. I've wanted to try this for a long time. The last products that are new to me are the new L'Oreal eyebrow pencil, and particularly this brow gel. This is brand new on the market, but I've never tried this pencil either. So we're gonna put all of these on today. I'm gonna let you know what I think about all these. I also have a lot of other products that are new to the market, new to me, that I'm still getting to know. So keep on watching. We're going to apply the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener. I got the lightest shade. I believe there's 4 or 5 shades. So this looks like a light peach slash pink color. So I'm going to take this first of all with my finger, and it has the consistency of their no stick eyeshadows there in the pots. So I'm just going to put this on my lower eyelid with my finger, very light. I think you can see the difference already. So I think that this brightener you could use either under or over concealer. Today I wanted to see what it would do as a color corrector under the concealer and how well it would play with a concealer that I know and like well. So that is the brand new e.l.f. color corrector for your lower eyelids. Next, we are going to apply the new primer from e.l.f. So this is the liquid poreless putty primer. This is supposed to have the same benefits as the original one in the pot, but it's supposed to be in a liquid form. The directions for this say to just apply a small amount on your finger and then rub it into your face with your fingers. I'm sure that if you prefer to use a brush, you can do that. I'm going to follow the instructions. I got about this much on my fingers. It is a liquidy texture, no real scent, just maybe a chemical scent. And I'm going to really put this here mostly in the center of my face, where I would think that I would need the most priming. This feels really creamy. I don't feel like it feels exactly like the original putty primer, but I feel like not only does this feel a little bit hydrating, but also it feels like without being sticky, it is going to grip my makeup pretty good. So I'm happy about that. The next product that I'm going to apply is the NARS eyeshadow primer. And I thought maybe this would work really well with that Danessa Myricks liquid eyeshadow, since I'm going to be trying that for the first time today. I thought that the lighter color of the NARS, even though it kind of does blend in, it does lighten the eyelids a little bit, and so I think it'll prime really well, not only color wise to give the Danessa Myricks something to really make it pop, but I also think that it'll help that Danessa Myricks to stay in place. So let's see how these two work together. I've continued to try this new Maybelline Super Stay 24-hour skin tint. This is now in Walmart, on Amazon. People are really starting to catch on to this. In fact, I saw someone doing a vlog the other day and it looked like it was already sold out on the Walmart shelves. So I'm going to continue to show this just so that you guys, those of you who have not seen a try on with this, can see how this works. So this is a serum-like texture, and what sets it apart from the other serums on the market is that this claims to last for 24 hours. And I live here in Florida, and it's already hot and humid here in Florida, and I've worn this for some long days in and out of the car and in and out of AC, and so far it's held up really well. I enjoy the consistency of it. There's not much of a scent. I have been inside a lot because I've been getting over a cold, so this is a lot too dark for me right now. I haven't been out on my walks, so this is too dark. I'm considering getting a lighter shade. Actually, I saw shade 130, and that looks like it might be a little bit better of a match, and then I could use this one with some of my foundations that I don't want to get rid of, but that are too light for me. So that's what I'm hoping. But I'm still trying to use it on its own so that I can really get a feel for how I like this formula and what I think about the longevity claims. I'm not going to be ever wearing it for 24 hours, hopefully not, but so far for my personal needs, which is a good 12 to 14 hours, so far it's been staying on pretty good. Has a nice, I would say, a natural finish on my skin. It's working very well with the e.l.f. primer. I don't see any pilling whatsoever, and I feel like it just glided on my face really well. I'm gonna have to do a head-to-head test with all of my serum-like foundations and see where this kind of fits into that whole thing. So next we're gonna use the NARS concealer. This is a creamy concealer, and I haven't used it in a little bit. This is what it looks like. I believe the shade is creme brulee. I can't talk today. So I'm going to take my Angie Hot and Flashy BK Beauty A506 brush and apply a thin layer on top of this primer from e.l.f. and see how the e.l.f. plays with other products. I feel like the e.l.f. gave me a very decent amount of color correction, and it did not sink into my mature lower eyelids, the wrinkles and crinkles and bags and all of that. And this NARS is new to me, and so far I've used it with other primers and it's worked well, so I'm interested to see how it works over this. To set my under eyes, I'm going to use the Huda loose powder in the shade Pound Cake. And let's see here, I am going to take a large fluffy brush, dip it in here, and this is the way I can get like a really thin layer, because I want to set this as minimally as possible to properly test these products. A little bit more. Set immediately before this can get into my lines and cause creases and all of that. Alright, so I think that my under eyes really look a lot better than when we started. Next I'm going to get some clear eyebrow gel going, and I'm excited to try these new L'Oreal products on. So far, two of the standouts for me have been the Milk Kush eyeshadow crayon and the Kosas eyebrow set. I'm enjoying those. The Kosas pencil is just a little bit too light for me. I'm trying to go a little bit darker on my brows for you all. So let's go ahead and use a cream bronzer. I'll be using Tower 28, and this is in the shade Broad. This is the Sculptino. Today I'm going to use a pretty concentrated brush, my e.l.f. Duo Complexion brush. So we're going to put some of this on our pale right now forehead. Get it blending in, just something really subtle. Today is just a chill day, still recovering from this cold, so I'm not going to be doing anything extravagant today. So we don't need a really extravagant look. So that just gave me a subtle bronze. Next, I'm going to use this new NARS powder. This is a pressed powder, and this is in the shade Sunshore. So it is a tinted powder. I will use my fluffy BK brush, and I will just set the rest of my face with this. And so I guess the best comparison to this that I've been able to find is the Kosas Cloud Set, and it just feels like you have nothing, but yet you can see that the shine is down and my makeup does feel set. Again, just to make a note, the e.l.f. Putty Primer, the liquid, so far hanging in there really, really good. Next, the new Give Contour and Bronzer. The contour is a cream product, so we're going to use it here in the shadow. Just a very light amount so that you can see how this works. I've been super happy with my Give products that I've gotten so far. I'm a new Give buyer, so use a little bit of that. Now we're going to use the bronzer. Again, a little bit here on the forehead, blending it in with my hairline. I like the tones. These are easy to blend. They smell a little bit like a baby powder, but right now I can't smell much of anything, so it didn't bother me before either. We've got a light bronze going on. I didn't want to do anything too heavy because I want you to really be able to see the true color of this Haus Labs blush. This is brand new. This is limited edition, and it's called Lavender Blonde. It is a purpley color. Let me swatch this for you. It has a cool undertone, so it's a purple pink color. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Duo Complexion Brush and a very, very light hand until I know what this does. And I'm going to apply this up here on my cheekbone. Okay, so right off the bat, I didn't get crazy pigment, which I'm really happy about. So those with fair skin, I believe if you go in with a light hand, this is going to work for you. I feel pretty confident this is going to work really well for those with deeper complexions. So this is just my first very light dusting on my cooler skin tone. So I'm going to take a little bit more, build it up, so not because I need to, but because I want you guys to see the true color of this blush. And I absolutely adore this. So pretty. So you can see what it looks like in the pan, what it looks like on my light to medium cool tone skin. See if you can see it better on this side. I use natural lighting, so sometimes I feel like you can see things better on one side than another. It's a little overcast today, but I think the lighting is still pretty good. Yeah, that's really pretty. So I did a light bronze so that you could really see that color, and I think it is really stunningly beautiful. Now I'm going to use the Give highlighter. This is a pretty matte blush, which is exactly how it's marketed. So I'm going to use a fluffier small brush, swirl all around in this Give highlighter, and apply this right there between my cheekbone and my eyelid, and kind of in a C motion. So you can see that highlight. Swirl it around again. This is more of a subtle highlight, which I wasn't expecting from Give, but it was a nice little surprise, and I've been enjoying it. So, really pretty. Lips are next. I don't know why. I like to do my lips before my eyes and then adjust my eyes. So I'm going to use an e.l.f. lip liner. This is a plummy shade. These are a triangular shape. They're creamy, very pigmented, as you can see. I have several shades of these. I think I might have all the shades. Pardon my sniffles, I'm so sorry. All right, so that's a really pretty shade. I'm gonna blur this out a little bit because I'm only using that new lip gloss so that you can really see it. So there, I blurred that out some. And this is the Sephora lip gloss in the shade Wild. I wanted to get this during the Sephora VIB sale, but it was out of stock. So I waited until I had some points. So here we go. Hope you can see that. I'm gonna build it up for you guys. It's not gritty. I can definitely see the iridescent shimmers, the holographic effect. I think it's looking really good with this particular lip liner. I think it would also look good with a lip gloss. Next, let's try these L'Oreal eyebrow products. Let me get my mirror for this. So this is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, and this is in the shade Soft Brown. I've been trying really hard to get darker shades. This looks like it's round, has a round tip. So let's see how much pigment this has. Not too dramatic, is it? I thought I was really gonna have to be careful with it being soft brown with these literally white eyebrows, but not showing up too good on me, is it, guys? Let's try this brow. I saw a trick recently. I think it was Nikki LaRose, who's a celebrity makeup artist. Maybe I should have done this. She said for hot, humid weather that you could actually put powder on your brows before you do them to help them to be more long lasting. So yeah, I mean, this is, to me, very subtle. This is more of a blonde to me than a soft brown. I don't know if maybe it's user error or what it is, but it's not really wanting to build up. Now, this eyebrow mascara is interesting. Let me just show you the brush. Okay, I hope you can see this. It's kind of curved on one side, kind of flat on one side. And so this definitely could be messy for me. So let's see how this is going to go. I'm just going to go in very lightly. It's coating these eyebrows. It is giving me a little bit of depth as far as color goes. It's kind of a wet formula, and I don't know what I was so scared about. I saw one review and it kind of made a mess, so it was on someone much more experienced with makeup than me, so I was concerned. But I think seeing her review made me a little more cautious, which was maybe helpful. She didn't have the benefit of a review like I did, so. All right, that helped to darken them up quite a bit. So I'll comb through them a little later and see if I need to make any other adjustments. I'm gonna take my Give bronzer now on a fluffy brush. That's the highlighter. Sorry, I'm knocking things over. I'm gonna run this through the crease. I just want a light transition color since we're doing a one and done with our Danessa Myricks. Light bronzer. Now you guys know I love to do this. I'm going to take this Haus Labs Lavender Blonde, just a tiny smidge, and I'm going to run this through the crease too, because I believe that it'll bring the cheeks and the eyes together some. And also I think that it'll look really good with this shade of liquid eyeshadow. All right, very subtle. So, Danessa Myricks, the shade Blossom. I am just going to take, it's a little messy, just a little bit on my finger, rub my fingers together. This is super liquidy. I can tell already this is way too much. And I'm going to pat this on my mobile eyelid, and this is beautiful. Wow. Now I want to remove some of this. Dries down pretty quickly. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's a pretty one and done, isn't it? Very nice. I'll take my fluffy brush, no extra product. Just do some blending here. So I think that that looks really good with the Lavender Blonde blush and the Wild shade by Sephora. Very nice. My eyebrows are driving me insane. They do not look good at all. I'm going to take just a regular spoolie and run it through them. That looks a little bit better. I'm going to have to play with this combo a little bit more. I think that the brow mascara did a really good job, but I think that the pencil needs to be a little bit darker before going in with that. So we're going to end up today with the Rare Beauty mascara. I've tried this a couple of times. It gives volume and length. It gives really fluffy, natural looking brows, in my opinion. But it does bring the drama. Yeah, that's really nice. I'm not going to put lower mascara on because my eyes are still kind of runny from my cold. I am going to use a small brush and a little bit more of this bronzer just to give me just a little natural shadow under here. Okay, this is the final look. So let me just give you some thoughts. First of all, on the e.l.f. color corrector, I felt like this was subtle but effective, not too thick. I felt like it went well under the concealer, and I feel like my lower eyelids look brightened. They look nice. So far I'm happy with it. We'll see how it wears. The Liquid Poreless Putty Primer, I didn't use the original putty primer all that much. It's not that I didn't like it, it's just that I don't feel like I have huge pores that need to be filled in. But I was very curious about this, and I feel like the center of my face does look nice and blurred, and so it went very well with all of the other products I put on top of it, and I'm excited to continue using this. I think that this is a win. The Haus Labs blush, this new shade in lavender blonde, if you love these cool tone colors, I feel like this is super trendy right now. And if you go in with a light hand, if you have fair skin, this is going to work for you. I believe if you have darker skin, this is going to show up too. I believe if especially you have a more cool tone complexion, if you're lighter, I believe this is just going to really flatter your skin tone. So really happy about that. The gloss, the Sephora glosses, I believe this is the first one of this particular kind that I've tried, and it's not gritty, but yet I can see the different glitters, I can see the holographic effect, and it's exactly what I wanted. It doesn't feel too sticky. It does feel like a lip gloss, but it's comfortable on my lips. Really, really happy about that. The brow products. I was expecting this, because I got soft brown instead of blonde, to really give me some pigment. It really didn't. So I think maybe I'll take Nikki's suggestion and put powder in my eyebrows next time and see if it shows up a little bit better. And this, I think if I paired this with a darker eye pencil, I believe that it would look better. But because this is so much darker than my eyebrows and the pencil wasn't giving any darkness, this kind of looked a little bit patchy, but I'm not going to write this off. I'm really, really excited to continue to use this. Last, the Danessa Myricks. This is, what is this called? The Color FX, the foils. This is, I think, the 4th or 5th one that I've purchased from her. I really enjoy these, and I wanted to get this to have a monochromatic look. And it has a lavender purple with little glitters that are like a pinky, silvery color. It's just really beautiful. I love it. As you can see, great for a one and done look. So overall, this was a completely successful try on. I feel like I'm super happy with these products. I hope this is helpful for you as far as making purchases as well. So I still have to try on the new Natasha Denona Yucca palette. I still have a L'Oreal blush I haven't tried, so I've still got some other goodness to try on for you guys. So hopefully the next look we'll get out with that. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you do enjoy these kinds of videos, which I predominantly do on my channel, I like to take my time. I like to not do a lot of editing, just go through the whole process and show you all the application and everything. If you like that, please give this a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.